Hi, Scottish Mudlarking here with Nicole and Craig. We finally managed to explore the entirety of this huge bottle dump. You'll be surprised just how many decades all the different areas of the bottle dump span. But before we get going, remember we still have a 50% huge clearance sale on our Etsy shop. Now let's get going and see what we can find.
Lots of wee metal things in this this dump, which is kind of unusual. I mean, a lot of this stuff, you can see that's really rusted anyway. There's a little teapot over here as well that I think Nicole's probably uncovered. There, a wee jar, and it's still got its lid on it as well. Now, oh, that's an interesting wee bottle. I'm wondering if Nicole saw that one. Did you see this one? Oh, it's not a bottle, is it? What's that?
The jar with the liquid in it.
This?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a battery.
That's a battery, yeah. And it
It's
has
a
that rod in the middle.
Yeah, you can see the old tail rod. I'll pop that down somewhere. Now, this is the infamous jar with the liquid in it. Now, we don't want to know what that liquid is, so we're going to leave that jar exactly as it is, lid firmly in place for somebody in the future to pop that off and have a wee sniff. You can see there's some bubbles in there, so it may be fermenting or it may be doing something chemical, but I'm not particularly interested to find out what. This, on the other hand, is a wee battery, but you can see it's got an old-fashioned style battery. It's got the rod there, so the carbon rod, but this, look at that. Now, is this then maybe an element from a larger battery, or may it be just an old-fashioned battery that had a contact point like that at the top? I don't know enough about batteries to be able to answer that question, but if you do, then please do let us know in the comments. And if you want to hazard a guess at what that really iffy looking liquid is inside the jar, you can guess as long as you like, but we're not going to open it to find out. Now, what else has Nicole been finding here? Got these wee bottles here, wee medicinal bottles, other ones. I guess that's a wee sauce bottle there as well, maybe. Oh, look at that. Now, we know what this is because it has the word 57 on the top, but I don't think we've ever seen one that's got the word 57, the number 57. Have you?
No, I don't think so. But yeah, there's a lot of salad dressing there, or any of the, I guess, 57 varieties of Heinz sauce.
That, I reckon, was probably tomato sauce. It's the classic tomato sauce bottle shape. But, you know, you can see how long that lid is as well. You don't get lids long like that anymore.
No.
Not nowadays. Lids just aren't that long. Oh, that's really lovely.
Yeah.
I hope you can see how delicate and lovely that actually is in the camera.
That is really, really pretty, but I don't think I can make anything with it. I just wanted to show you because it's just such a beautiful piece of glass, and imagine that was sea glass.
Yeah. Oh well, it's not. So we'll just have to keep wandering along. Now here's the other thing, right? If you are in bottle dumps, you need to watch out for this kind of stuff because it's sharp and it's pointy and it's rusty and it's metal, and there's a lot of it around. There's a lot of industrial waste in this this particular dump. At least it looks like that. There's also an awful lot of big stones. I'm guessing building materials and demolitions, I guess. If it's building materials, the opposite of that. Now what's that?
Oh, I think that's maybe like, do you remember years ago we found that that fairing object, and I think that's the foot of one of such things, like a little figurine thing.
So what Nicole's saying is, if you can remember back in the day, we had this find at another dump. Now there's some writing on that, so we can maybe...
I think it said foreign.
Foreign, right, okay. So a lot of German manufactured stuff was labelled as foreign. I hope you can see that. It's just red there. Now, the kind of objects that we think it is, or what Nicole thinks this is the kind of object that you would win at the fair, if you went along to the fair. So you remember a wee while ago we had this one and there was a figurine on the top there and it had a little body or cheeky joke.
Look, I found something. And
Oh,
I always
spell
like,
cream.
yeah, I always like things that have a bit of writing on them because it just makes it so much easier to identify.
Now that given what we found last week, what was it,
Amami?
Amami. Yeah, that was a hair product for women. Now this, if I'm not mistaken, I think Brill Cream's always been a hair product for men, right?
Yeah, is it not still available?
It is, and if it's not, it's probably going to make a comeback. You know, like all of these old cosmetics that are making a comeback. These days, I'm wearing a deodorant that is the same brand as the aftershave my dad used to wear, and his granddad before him as well.
Oh, it's a
bit of Old Spice. Now, what do you reckon that is then?
I think that's for pills. I'm always surprised that they actually are still intact. When you try to clean them, they kind of break incredibly easily. But yeah, here in the bottle dumps, they seem to survive.
So the pills would have been stacked up there as well.
Yeah.
Very cool. Anything you want to take there? But no, the Brill Cream.
No.
I think we'll leave the Brill Cream. Okay. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to pop over to the end of the this dump area here, and then we're going to make our way back along. But on our way, I just saw this wee figurine. And I think Nicole had said she saw this last week, last time we were here rather, but didn't actually film it. I think it's quite cool. I don't know exactly what it is. Do you think it's a royal figure maybe, or seems to have a big
flouncy dress.
yeah, there's a big cloak there.
I kind of want to say it reminds me a little bit of kind of an Asian style, just with the kind of the brown there. But yeah, no, from there, yeah, it's just missing a head.
Yeah, yeah.
Just.
Yeah, that can be a problem.
Yeah.
Now there's another wee ceramic thing in here, and I don't know what this is. Oh, that's quite interesting. Oh, you're a beezer.
What is it?
That's creepy. Look at that.
Oh, that is creepy.
Creepy clown.
That is very creepy.
That's superb.
Is it? Yeah. Oh.
We have to have that.
Yeah. Is that an egg cup?
I don't know what it
All
was.
right.
I think that was just to freak folk out for breakfast. Maybe it was an egg cup, and it was just like, fancy an egg this morning? Do you know what it is? I think it's the chicken. It's a chicken clown. Have you ever seen anything so freakish?
No.
Chicken clown.
That is amazing. Yeah. Okay. I
like
love it.
that. Let's have that. We've got to take that away. I don't know what we're going to do with that. Maybe just put it on the bedside table and just waking up looking at it every morning and go, ooh.
Creepy.
Yeah, creepy wee clown. Right. Wow, it'd be nice if we find another few things like that, eh? There's a cod bottle bottom.
So there's a cod marble somewhere.
There's a cod marble somewhere. I dare say there's more than one. Now what is that? Is that spongeware?
Is it?
It looks like it. Do you reckon?
Oh yes, that's spongeware. There's something on the bottom here.
I think that's
Right,
mine.
yeah, that's mank, and there's a bit of a
design.
A design, a pattern, yeah. That's really nice though, isn't it? I mean, yeah, just the pattern itself.
Now you see, we've done what we normally do, which is we say we're going to do one thing, and then we just get lost, and we just start looking at everything around us. And our idea was to get a little bit further along here, and then start looking as we came back. But we haven't done that. So we're just making our way along. Teapot lid there. Privacy glass there.
That's lovely.
Now, if you can grab that bit of a ginger beer bottle, there's some writing on that. We can maybe take a wee look at that. Pop that there, please.
Okay.
So we can see that says Kirkcaldy, Kirkcaldy there. But then there's nice. This is nice.
Yeah, good. Meadowcroft patent. I think it says Buchan, and usually that's Portobello. A lot of the kind of plain bottles were made in Portobello, and then they had a design attached.
Yeah, very cool. Applied attached, hasn't it? Wee bit of privacy glass there. Yeah. Now I've changed the exposure on this. I'm going to change it back. Sorry if that's a bit tedious. But some things that we see in here, just because of the dark ground, they just become incredibly indistinct and difficult to see. Now I've seen something that we normally get excited about, and I don't think we will get that excited about them here. But what I will say is we don't find very many of them here. So it suggests that people were maybe a healthier bunch in this dump. There's a wee, I think these are wee medicinal bottles, aren't they?
Yeah.
These wee things here.
Yeah.
There's a label there, but we can't see what that label says. It's more or less all gone now. But here, what have we seen? What have we seen?
Look down there.
Oh, it's no that you'd have found. I'm going to come back here and say, can you see why Nicole was so excitable? There it is. It's a cool wee find because Nicole really likes them. So.
Yeah, okay, let's take this.
Right, back to what I was talking about. We find far fewer of these in this dump than we have in other dumps. I don't know if that just means that there was a smaller population in this area or if they just smoked less. But in either case, it's a distinct difference. Now, we saw that last week, didn't we? That really colourful sort of like, I think that's some kind of lampshade, or maybe it's a vase or something like that. That'd be really cool with light shining through, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it still is very beautiful.
Although somewhat slightly compromised. Now you can see there's lots of wee shards over here. Now I put a couple of things up here, and I'm not sure if we briefly looked at them the last time we were here, but I found a few more. And again, it's back to this thing about the pipe stems. That's quite a long bit of pipe stem that I found there. There's two shorter bits of pipe stems there as well.
All right.
And they have different heel features, so maybe you can have a wee twirl about and we'll see what they're like.
So that is just the pipe stem.
Long though, I don't think
Very
there's anything written on it.
Doesn't look like it. That's unusual. You aren't, no, there's usually something on the pipe stem, not on this one, very plain. Then there's these two little feet here.
Maybe pop that upside down so we can take a wee look at that, please.
Yeah.
There we go. You see that? There's two wee feet on that, and then there's a single spur on that one, or heel, or whatever you want to call it. And no markings on that pipe bowl, but that may be because it's been shattered.
Oh right, yeah, you can see that
the upper glaze has been smashed
that's
off, hasn't
broken
it?
actually, yeah. So there might have been a really beautiful design on that.
So we're almost halfway towards the place that we said we would get to start 15 minutes ago, and we're slowly making our way along. But I think actually we're pretty much there now, aren't we? Now what's that? It's another wee. Oh, that's really weird. What is that? It's a little cup. You can see the little handle. It's a little aluminium cup.
All right.
See the handle?
Oh, that's cute, isn't it?
But that would have been really shallow. Do you think that would have been
For
a
kids?
child? Do you think so?
Maybe, yeah. Well, I'm going to take it and I'm going to put my stopper in it.
Let's have a wee look at these in your hand whilst we've got them there. You can see this has still got a wee bit of the rubber ring around it there as well to hold it in the bottle. Nothing on the top, but very pretty nonetheless.
But it's full of air bubbles, and then I'm taking that piece of privacy glass. Maybe I can shape it, I'm not sure. And then we've got this really cute wee mug there. Well, who knows? Maybe that tiny wee cup was actually part of a flask and a wee mug. So imagine you were going to the seaside and you had your tiny wee mug, or maybe it was a children's toy. Well, I'm going to have a look around behind me and see what's there. You know, if you look around, you usually find lots of things that might have been uncovered and not really looked at before by the bottle diggers. Now I've noticed that we didn't actually find anything here that was like little things, you know, beads or marbles. We did find that one stopper and a couple of vulcanite stoppers. But so far, whenever I do scrape, there's nothing really that pops out, and that's quite different from other dumps we've been in. Now that I say that, there's something here. What is this? Oh, what is that? That looks like a face. Oh, I think it's the top of a figurine just looking at me. That's actually very cool. It's creepy and cool at the same time. Okay, so there are things here. Maybe I just haven't seen them or haven't looked properly. You know, you could be in these areas for such a long time. You could be here for months. You know, just dig around and basically look in every little hole that is there. Now that looks like it's a wee bone. Not that interested in wee bones. It's a stick. There's a bottle there. Looks like a wine bottle. Has a cork on the top. It's another bottle. Brown and green. Very nice actually. Not much on the bottle, so it's not that easy to identify where they were made. What's this? A little shard. Let's see. Oh, there's something on it. Okay, there's a pattern on this. Not so easy to identify. Looks like it's maybe a sort of brownish leaf pattern, and there's a texture on it as well, so that's not going to be so easy to be cut out. There's this viral jar here. Is there anything else? Those are the bits that we've just looked at. Ooh, I found a glove. No, that's my glove. And there's a wee... Oh, what is that? Oh, look. That is pretty. I think that is probably rose lime lemonade syrup. Look, that is really, really pretty. I hope you can see that. It's very difficult to capture. There's no writing on it, so I would have had the label right here where the plain area is. And there's lots of foliage all around here, little flowers. That's very pretty. There's nothing on the bottom. I'm not going to take it though, because these bottles take up quite a lot of space. Yeah, that's a bit of a, whoops, tiny part of a saucer. Looks like it might be a blue willow pattern. Let's see what else is here. There's a feather. Right, am I going to go into that hole? I'm not uber keen because there's quite a bit of stuff that appears to have fallen down there, but there might be something up on the top here. Let's have a look. There's a few things that have been chucked over the edge here. Let's see if we can see from here what it is. Looks like there's maybe a square jar there. Might have been jam. Yeah, this is actually quite steep. Oh, okay, let's see. Oops. Okay. Whew. Okay, I made it. Made it up here. Well, there are quite a few things here. Okay, let's have a let's take a couple of minutes and have a quick look around here then. There's a bit of gold pattern on this, very pretty. That would have been somebody's pride and joy at some point. There's a bottle over there. Oh, it's broken. It looks like, oh, this must have been I think it might have been a cod bottle or maybe aerated water. It's from the Lothry Brewery in Kirkcaldy. Kirkcaldy Ladybank. Sometimes it even says Cooper on it because there was a branch in Cooper. Oh, look at this. This is one of these really tiny medicine bottles. So this is definitely an older area. See the seafoam glass, very thick. So yeah, this is an earlier part of the dump than the wartime dump that we've looked around at before. And there's a bottle there. There's a lot of foliage around here. Okay, what's this? This might have been like a hip flask, a whiskey hip flask. A big hole in it. Pretty bottle. Another wee bottle here. It's also very pretty. But you can see these are very nice and seafoam and quite old. So they're definitely more 1890s, 1910s.
So what we're going to do just now is Nicole has identified this heap, and I think just have a wee look around in that. If we're lucky, we might actually get down into the hole that the heap is. I think we can call this the heap of the hole. So this is where this came from. Now what we're imagining then is that there's some goodies to be found in here that were left behind by the bottle diggers. So let's take a wee bit of time to have a look at that, and we might, although it looks kind of a bit derelict and a bit emptied, we might take a wee bit of time just to have a wee look in there.
Okay, so what I'm actually going to do, I'm just going to jump right into that hole. Because holes are always really intriguing. So let's see. I can see a couple of things there. Okay, let's see. This is really soft. Okay, that's the ground is giving. Oh, but look at that. Can you see it? It's actually most of a really large depression glass bowl. Try and put that over here. No, I'm going to put it there and there. You can maybe see it. I think it's actually really pretty, and I'm very gutted that it's broken right here because I would have definitely taken that. So depression glass, 1930s-ish. I've even read that you could get depression glass pieces in the States, and I think it was things like cereal boxes. So imagine you were to buy a cereal box and there's some depression glass in it. Wouldn't that be amazing? I think I would be buying lots of cereal if that was the case. Now there's just a wee brown bottle there. And there's something else here, just there. This looks like maybe a crucian salt jar. Found those before. And I'm standing on what appears to be a mug. Looks like it's a plain mug. Quite a nice design. Yep, definitely a plain mug. Well, let's just put it this way, and we can just pretend it's a whole mug. It's not. We know it's not a whole mug. Okay, what else is here? Looks like there's a wee sauce bottle here. Quite nice. Sheared lip. Not much else. There's the top of a Victorian bottle there. So this is sort of a mix. A mix hole then. It's older pieces, newer pieces. I think I can see two parts of a clay pipe there. Let's have a look. There's a bit here. So think that might have a tiny wee bit of it. Oh, that has a design on it. Look, CE or something here. Oh, that would have been really nice. I wish that had been whole. I kind of want to take it just to find out what the design is. And there's another wee clay pipe bowl here. Look, this one. Oh, there's something on it. There's a lot of stuff on it. I can't see what it is, but it looks like it's maybe well, there's a laurel wreath around it. Let's see if we can. Don't know if you can see it better like that. We might have to insert a picture or maybe some footage when it's cleaned. Okay, so I've just wiped off the back there. Kind of looks like it says franchise pick. I'm not sure. Let's see. It's really difficult to see. I mean, the dirt actually makes it easier to see a little design, but that is, I think, one of the prettiest pipe bowls that we've ever found. So it was definitely worth coming down here in this wee hole. And well, I guess that's our time almost up. There's maybe just a couple of minutes that we have, and we can see what Craig's been up to. Let's see if he's found something.
You know, from a distance and at the right angle, it looks like we found a whole pipe. Can you see it? Right there. But it's not. It's just the stem and the bowl that we found earlier. Why am I telling you this? I'm not entirely sure, but I think it's probably about time that we finished up for today. Now, there was a couple of things whilst Nicole was over exploring that last little hole there. There's a couple of things that I found, and I popped them down over here. So I think we'll just take a wee look at them together before we head off back to the car. Oh yeah, it's slippy slidey. Whoa, I'm going down a hole. There we go. I'm in a hole now. So is this the stuff that you want to take?
No,
Minus
I think
the big bottle, of course.
Yeah, I think we're just going to take that creepy object, and I just put a metally object there that you gave me to look at, and I can see something else that you found.
Now there's a couple of things here as well, so I think what we'll do is we'll get that one out of the picture for a bit, that one out of the picture. I picked this up for the sole reason, and I'm going to have to try and change the contrast on this again so that we can see what that is. Maybe you can see what that is. There we go. Let's see. Now, can we make this dark? No, without making it lighter. Right. Can you see what this is? It's an old HP sauce bottle. The reason that I picked this one up, we've seen the label before and we know that it stands for House of Parliament. That was what the sauce was made for. But what we never see is this. Can you hold that steady for me for just a second, please?
Ah, yeah.
I hope you can see that there. There's the HP.
Ah, okay, yeah, I can just really see red, but yeah, that's really cool. So that's I guess that they still look like that, right?
Pretty sure they do, yeah. Except that nowadays I'm not sure. They must have plastic lids or something like that as well.
Probably.
Now there's a wee terrarium over there as well that I found, and I thought that was quite cute. Mainly because it's a wee cork top bottle. If you just, yeah, there we go. You can see the. Just maybe pop that down sideways there. There we go. So we can see that is quite uneven there. It's sort of got all that kind of handmade kind of touch that we kind of like to see in the bottles that we find. So
wonky.
Yeah, it is. It's a wee bit wonky, but it's very cute. And it has a seam, so it means it was definitely moulded though. That's the weird thing about it, right? Now, let's close this off and get back to normal colour. Now, there's a few things here that I picked up. Some of them we might have looked at last week, I'm not sure. I'm not so sure that we didn't see this last week. Can you see what it says? It's poisonous, not to be taken. Now, we definitely found something like that. I'm sorry, just a second. Creepy! The creepy wee clowny sort of like kind of thing there. Anyway, not to be taken, poisonous. We're not going to take it, it's broken. And it's not the right kind of colour that we would normally kind of look for in that. Do you know something I've just seen? It's this bottle here. Look at how thick and
right.
uneven. Now I'm going to try and pop that down there. It's a real spike, that one, isn't it? But look how thick the glass is on this side and how thin it is on that side.
Yeah. I mean, these must have been made like in seconds, right? If you just imagine, millions needed to be made every day. So they were made really, really cheaply. But yeah, obviously that one is seafoam, so that's old.
Yeah,
That's an
I'm
old
going to pop
Victorian
that
one.
down in the hole there. Oh, well, simply for... do you know what? You can see another HP bottle down there as well.
Ah, so you can.
Anyway, now there's this, don't know what was in that, but it's a very cute wee flask shaped bottle. Now there's another couple of things then that I found as well. I found this. Now this, the reason that we're looking at this is because it's a pipe bowl, but check that out.
Oh, is it made of? No, it's not porcelain, is it? No, I would have had some sort of mouthpiece on it, maybe?
Yeah, exactly. So there would have been a wooden or maybe a bakelite or something else. But what you could have done here is you could have put a filter in there then as well. So what we have is an evolution in the the clay pipe industry. Speaking of evolutions in clay pipes, here's another clay pipe. And that one's actually not quite complete, but it's about the most complete one we've found here. It's got a really nice kind of angular.
Yeah, really nice wee cutty, I think. Just a tiny piece missing.
It might be, be.
It'll look perfect just in a wee frame.
Very cool. Now, aside from creepy chops here as well, which we'll put up there, I found this. Now, this you should not let anybody ever tell you that this is a pounds pot, because it most certainly is not. It is likely a condiment or part of a condiment set, and this would have went inside some other receptacle that would have been filled with pepper, or I suspect pepper in this instance.
Oh yeah,
and that
because
would
there's
have
loads of holes.
Yeah.
Well, that might be what might be salt in, or what? Either
usually
sugar,
pepper
maybe,
with lots of holes. Maybe even sugar for dusting it.
Yeah.
Now that tiny wee bit of a pipe bowl, but you can see the Florentine mark there, and you can also see that this one had a stamp on it. And it says something Tav. I don't know. There's not enough of that for us to actually say a great deal about it, but I thought it was very cool nonetheless.
Yeah, and
Now,
you found one of my favourite things.
I
even
did,
just
but
half.
we'll get on to that in just a second. Before we do, you'll remember we found a wee cup, and we wondered, is it a wee cup for a flask set, or just what might it be? Now I suspect that this might have the answer, because you can see that there would have been a spout attached here. We can see some evidence on this side of a wee handle. I'm going to say that that was either a teapot for a child's tea set, or it may have even been, as Nicole suggested earlier, a wee milk jug. But I suspect that puts a little bit of clarity on that little
My little teapot. I've got in my pocket.
yeah, the little cup there. No,
for my find. No, not my find. Your find, but my
but
favourite.
yeah, it's yours anyway. Now I thought at first when I saw this, I found a clay marble because it's that colour, right?
Yeah.
But
Is
it's
it
not.
not?
It's a glass marble. Now I'm gonna lift this up to the light, hopefully so you can see through it. Can you see through it?
Oh, so it's a cod marble, a partial cod marble.
Is it?
Well, if it's glass.
Oh, do you know what? I'm less sure it's glass now. We're
Looks
going to
like
have
clay.
to... I think it is clay, actually. I'm going to have to redo that section. I'm just going to pop it back down and make myself not sound stupid. It's a clay marble. Anyway, I think we'll just have to accept the fact that I thought that was glass. I really did. It looked glass when I picked it up. But no, you're right, it's definitely a clay marble. I'm pretty sure it is. It was these scrapes that kind of... Alright, I'm just digging a hole for myself. I'm already in a hole, folks. I don't need to dig a hole for myself. I'm already in one. I think what we should do is we should swoop that up, particularly creepy wee chicken chops here. And we should maybe call it a day.
Well, that's been a super cool day at the dump, and remember, we still have a 50% sale off on our Etsy shop, my website, and also our advent calendars on Ko-fi are reduced. Now it only remains for me to say thank you so much for watching, liking and commenting. If you haven't subscribed yet, please take a minute to subscribe. And extra special thanks goes out to everybody who's been supporting the channel through Etsy and your Ko-fi donations. That makes a massive difference and it keeps the lights on. See you next week!